Get ready to guess who Clarence Saunders was, where the longest tunnel is, and when the Phantom of the Opera opens. If you can guess, you'll win on Guess What? And now, here he is, the star of our show, a man whose introduction is not needed, Robin Ward.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Peace. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. Keep it coming. Nice to see you. Welcome to Guess What? You know how to cheer up a lonely guy back there. The show is Guess What? I'm your host. And it's a very exciting day today because we have a team that is within a hair of getting a grand prize. As a matter of fact, this is game 6, I believe, and it should be an exciting day. They've squeaked through the last 2 games. I believe they won by 10 points or very little in the last couple of games. Anyway, champions they are, and we're going to play and see if they can get that grand prize today. Nick, let's meet those teams right now.
All right, Robin. Our champions of whom you were speaking have won 5 games, and they are the Reeds.
All right, Mona, welcome back to Guess What.
Thank you very
Good
much,
to see you.
Robin. I'm Mona Reed, and I'm here with Kathy and Heather, and we're hoping.
Well, you're all playing superbly. You didn't expect to get this far. I know
No,
you
we
said that
didn't.
when for our first game, you said you didn't expect to go more than 1 or 2 games.
No.
And here you are. This is game
Number
6 for you.
6.
And as I said to you before, one of our young men on the show, who was kind of a computer whiz, worked out the odds against winning a grand prize on the show, given the fact that each team has a 50% chance of winning each game. The odds are 0.8% of winning a grand prize. So here you are, 1 game away from a grand prize. So superb playing. I wish you the very best of luck
Thank you
today. It's
very
good to have
much.
you back. Kathy, welcome back to Guess What?
Thank you very much. We were discussing over the evening that it's not our turn to dance today.
Oh, you did.
Somebody to my left that would, it's
If you didn't watch our last show, I come up to the Reeds and I take a partner for some of the tunes, and they obviously deeply resent that fact. So
she will be resenting me now.
guess whose turn it is today, Heather? If we have a
Can't
song.
dance.
Can't. That's what they all say. Good to have you on Guess What,
Thank
Heather.
you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. And perhaps you'd like to meet your challengers right now. Nick's going to do the introductions immediately.
All right, Robin, here's a family that spends a lot of time falling on their... So look up, way up, and meet the Lovelaces.
Hi, Brenda. Welcome. Nice to see you.
My name is Brenda Harland. I work as a teacher's aide for the North York Board of Education at Cherokee Public School, grades 1 and 2. Hi, kids. And this is my little brother, Richard.
It's good to have you on Guess
Thank
What.
you.
And here's little brother. Hi, Richard.
Hi. Richard Lovelace is the name. I'm a Metro policeman. I work at 33 Division
Right.
in Toronto, and I've been doing that for 12 years, I guess.
Now, our
So I'm a
research
veteran.
department uncovered a kind of an amusing story about you. You were on a date, I think, and a young lady took you home for the first time, and she said, take a seat, and you sat on the sofa, and what happened?
Actually, I was working in uniform at a call, but I went to sit on the Chesterfield, and I guess my weight sort of crushed it. And both of us ended up on the floor looking at the ceiling, wondering what happened.
Was that your last big date with this person?
Well, she wasn't too impressed, but, but it was an old Chesterfield.
Okay. Okay, stay away from the set, okay, Richard,
Okay,
today?
okay.
It's good to have you on Guess What? And this is Nancy. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm
Nice to
fine,
see you.
thanks. I'm a homemaker and mom of 2 great little boys, Brandon and Eric. Hi, guys. And I'm taking skating lessons,
Great.
finally, learning how to skate.
Good for you.
And that's about it.
Well, that's enough, and I think if you're all ready to play our game, we have 2 great teams. Should be an exciting day, so if you're ready to play, then look at our board and let's play! That's it, man. All right. Okay, here we are, our first round, the first question of which is worth 60 points. And here is the question. Now, if you think the amount of cash you can win on Guess What is a big haul, you ought to take a trip to Illinois. In 1984, Mike Witkowski won the world's biggest individual gambling win ever. In millions of dollars, how much did Mike Witkowski win in the Illinois State Lottery? Did he win $25 million, $75 million, $50 million, $100 million, $40 million, or $10 million? And for 60 points, we start with Mona.
75 million?
That is incorrect, Mona. We're down to 50 points, and we're over to Brenda.
25 million.
Nope, we're down to 40 points now, and over to Kathy.
For 40 points, 40 million.
40 million is correct for 40 points. Good for you. Yeah. This man has got to be one of the luckiest people ever. On September 3rd, 1984, Mike invested $35 in the Illinois State Lottery and won $40 million. Mike is living well at this point, I think we can safely say. Okay, good answer on that. Let's go straight to the next question. Again, it's worth 60 points. Here it is. Which one of the following men is credited for having written, quote, "We hold these truths to be sacred and undeniable, that all men are created equal and independent"? Who wrote those immortal words? Was it John Hancock? Was it John F. Kennedy? Samuel Adams? Martin Luther King? Thomas Jefferson? Or Jesse Jackson? And for 60 points, we go to our challengers and Richard.
Thomas Jefferson.
That is correct for 60 points. Those words, of course, come from the American Declaration of Independence, and apparently Thomas Jefferson wrote those into the very first draft of that declaration. Good answer on that. Let's go to a team effort. Raise those little flaps, if you would, please. And take a look over here at the monitor, at this charming person here. You're looking at a picture of Lon Chaney from his picture, The Phantom of the Opera, released in 1925. What was the Phantom's first name in the film? The Phantom's first name, was it A, Bob? Bob the Phantom. B, Rick, C, Eric, or D, Shecky? What was the name of the Phantom in The Phantom of the Opera? You have 5 seconds. And time is up. Mona, what do you think?
I said C, Eric.
You think it's Eric, and Kathy?
I also said C, Eric.
And Heather.
See, Eric.
It's unanimous on the Reed side. Let's see how our challengers voted. Brenda?
C, Eric.
And Richard?
I went for B, Rick.
Okay, and Nancy?
I said C, Eric.
All right, only one dissenting voice on either team. Let's find out right now the name of the Phantom. The answer is C, Eric. And I must say, Richard, I admire your courage in saying Rick the Phantom. I would have named him Rick. It's a perfect answer. Let's see how we did on this question. 3 correct answers on the Reed side. Our champions put 100 points on the board. 2 correct on the Loveless side. They put 50 points on their score. At the end of our first round, our champions have 140 points. Our challengers 100 points. And round 2 is coming up in the wink of an eye, so stay with us. Thank you so much. Our champions, the Reeds, are on game 6 now. If they win today and the next show, 7 games, they win our grand prize. They're going for that. Let's find out from Nick what that grand prize is.
It's a cruise worth $7,000 from Sunline Cruises, a summer cruise for 3 out of New York to the Caribbean on the beautiful Stella Solaris. Enjoy the shores of Caribbean paradise in the true luxury of Sunline Cruises.
Okay, thank you so much. A very close game going on. Our champions have 140 points. Our challengers 110 points. As we come into this, the second round, the first question of which is worth, once again, 60 points. Here's the question. The flag of Pakistan features a star and crescent on a green background. The star and crescent are the traditional symbols of Islam. What does the green background on Pakistan's flag symbolize? Prosperity, harmony, a Muslim majority, the envy of all, Hinduism, or life? And for 60 points, we start with Heather.
Life.
That is incorrect, Heather. We're down to 50 points. Over to Nancy.
I'd say harmony.
That is also incorrect. We're down to 40 points, and over to Mona.
Muslim majority.
That is correct for 40 points. Very good. Okay, nice answer on that, Mona. Let's go to the next question, again worth 60 points. In 1816, Clarence Saunders started a chain of supermarkets. Now, these supermarkets were the largest in the world, each having more than 25,000 square feet of floor space. What was the name of Clarence Saunders' chain of giant supermarkets? Was it called Super Duper, Bell's, the 7-Eleven, Safeway, IGA, or the Piggly Wiggly stores? The name of Clarence Saunders' chain of supermarkets. 60 points. We start with Brenda.
IGA.
That is incorrect. Down to 50 points. Over to Kathy.
Safeway.
Nope. We're down to 40 points. Over to Richard.
Super duper.
Nope. Down to 30 points. Over to Heather.
7-Eleven.
Down to 20 points. Last chance. Nancy, it's up to you.
I'm going to say Bell's.
No!
Oh, I knew it.
The Piggly Wiggly stores. Mr. Saunders, the Piggly Wiggly supermarkets eventually became known as superstores, but they were originally called, for some unknown reason, Piggly Wiggly. I don't know how long they were called that and why they were called that, but indeed that's what they were called. So no correct answers on that. Let's go to the next question, which is the Reed family's favorite kind of question because they get to dance and they love to dance. This is an audio question that's worth 60 points. We'd like you to listen to this piece of music. Trying to do some Adam's apple riffs there, but
Yeah.
that's what you do to the Mule Skinner Blues. That, of course, was the Mule Skinner Blues. The man who wrote it and sang it lived from 1897 to 1933. His short life was sadly closed by a bout with tuberculosis. What was the name of that singer? Very famous singer. Was it Jimmy Rogers, Bob Wills, T-Bone Walker, Bill Monroe, Ike Turner, or Johnny Ace? A famous country singer who, among other things, sang the Mule Skinner Blues. And for 60 points, we start with Mona.
Bob Wills.
That is incorrect, Mona. We're down to 50 points and over to Brenda.
T-Bone Walker.
Nope, we're down to 40 points and over to Kath.
Johnny Ace.
Nope, we're down to 30 points over to Richard.
Jimmy Rogers.
That is correct, 30 points. Excellent answer. Are you a Jimmy Rogers fan? No. Jimmy Rogers recorded 113 songs, most of which are available on record today on KTEL's Big Country Hits. You can buy those. Jimmy Rogers, one of the most famous country stars ever.
Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker? Jimmy Rogers, Jimmy Walker. Jimmy Walker was the mayor of New York, I think, some years ago.
Yes, he was,
Who
yes.
cares, Nick? Okay, let's go to a team effort question. Raise those flaps, if you would, please. And it's a visual question. We'd like you to take a look over here at the monitor. Now, you're looking at a photograph of the Terry Fox Memorial. The statue is located on a stretch of road named Courage Highway, an apt title. Nearest to which one of the following cities would you find the Terry Fox Memorial? A, Thunder Bay, B, Sudbury, Ontario, C, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, with apologies for that spelling, and D, Parry Sound, Ontario. You have 5 seconds to think about that. Time is up. Mona, what do you think?
A, Thunder
I
Bay.
think it's near Thunder Bay. And Kathy?
A, Thunder Bay.
And Heather?
B. Sudbury.
Okay, let's see how the Lovelace family voted. Brenda?
C, Sault Ste. Marie.
And Richard?
A, Thunder Bay.
And Nancy?
A, Thunder Bay.
Okay, let's find out right now where you'd find the memorial statue to Terry Fox. The answer is A, Thunder Bay, in fact. Yeah, a very courageous young man, Terry Fox, raised over $20 million for cancer research. A very brave and extraordinary young Canadian. And his memorial, as we said, is in Thunder Bay, Ontario. 2 correct answers on the Reed side. They put, and Mona and Kathy, that is, put 50 points on the board. And also 2 correct on the Lovelace team. Richard and Nancy also put 50 points on the board. At the end of our second round, a very, very close game. Our champions, 230 points. Close behind are our challengers with 190. And round 3 coming up very soon. Stay with us. Thank you so much. If you at home would like to join us on Guess What as a contestant or as a member of our studio audience, just write to us. And here's Nick with our address.
All right, Robin, if you plan to be in Toronto and would like to be a part of Guess What in the audience or as a player, please write Guess What, Box 9, Station O, Toronto, Ontario, M4A 2M9.
And some members of our studio audience win prizes. And here's Nick to tell you what some of those prizes are.
Some members of our studio audience may receive prizes furnished from Added Touch Cake Mix. There's lots of moist, delicious flavors to choose from, but only one kind of quality, the best. Added Touch, your best value. And our consolation winners will receive a fashionable ensemble from Imperial, including comforter, ruffle, and shams to give your bed that stylish look. From Imperial, your bedroom supplier for the past 35 years.
Thank you very much. Okay, the final round is upon us, and the first question of which is worth 60 points. Fairly close game. Only 40 points separate the two teams at the moment. Our champions who are trying for that grand prize, this is game 6 for them, are 40 points ahead. So here's the first question. This is the last round. It's kind of a long question, so please listen carefully. Between 1000 AD and 1100 AD, a uniform style of painting emerged in Western Europe. It developed at about the same time that many churches were being built to serve the needs of the growing Christian faith. Which one of the following terms is used to describe this style of painting? Was it called Celtic painting, Gothic, Romanesque, Byzantine, Mannerism, or Venetian painting? And for 60 points, we start with Heather.
Gothic.
That is incorrect, Heather. We're down to 50 points. Over to Nancy.
Venetian.
Nope, we're down to 40 points. And over to Mona.
Mannerism.
That is also incorrect. We're down to 30. And over to Brenda.
Byzantine.
Nope, we're down to 20 points now. It's the last chance to make a point. Kathy, it's up to you.
Romanesque.
That is correct for 20 points. Okay. Okay, from that classical kind of question, that important kind of intellectual question, we go to another equally intellectual question worth 60 points. Search for Tomorrow debuted September the 3rd, 1951. feel like, well, I sound like Walter Cronkite. I just got a flash of that. It is television's oldest soap. What is the name of the family whom the story revolves around on Search for Tomorrow? Is it the Olsen family, the Horton family, the Wallingfords, the Martins, the Rileys, or the Barons? The family around whom the story revolves on the soap Search for Tomorrow. And we start for 60 points with Richard.
Olsen family. That
is incorrect. They, in fact, are Days of Our Lives, Richard. I'm surprised. Down to 50 points, over to Heather.
Martin.
The Martin family, in fact, is All My Children. Down to 40 points, over to Nance.
Riley.
The Rileys are One Life to Live. Down to 30 points, and over to Mona.
Hortons.
The Martins are all...
Hortons.
Pardon?
I said
Hortons.
Hortons.
I beg your pardon. That's incorrect. Days of Our Lives. Down to 20 points, and over to Brenda.
The Barron.
Barron's is correct, 20 points. All right. Okay, let's go straight into the next question. Again, it's worth 60 points. The longest road tunnel in the world is the 10.4 mile or 16.32 kilometer long, two-lane St. Gothard Road Tunnel. In which one of the following countries would you find this St. Gothard, G-O-T-T-A-R-D, road tunnel? Would you find it in Italy, in France, in West Germany, in Russia, in Switzerland, or in Spain, or in Switzerland? I beg your pardon. Spain or in Switzerland. And for 60 points, we start with Kathy.
France.
That is incorrect, Kathy. Down to 50 points, over to Richard.
Switzerland.
That is correct, 50 points. Good answer. Okay, with that timely answer from Richard, our challengers have just taken the lead. They have a 10-point lead over our champions who are trying for that grand prize. I don't want to keep harping on this, but it's true. This is the final question, as that bell said. It's a team effort, so raise your flaps. And being the last question, of course, the point value is triple. So you could add 300 points to your score. It's a very, very close game, only 10 points separating the two teams, so this is obviously the deciding question. Here it is. On December the 8th, 1985, in the town of St. Martha-sur-le-Lac, Quebec, a plaster statue of the Virgin Mary began to weep tears of blood. You may remember this. When the blood was analyzed in a laboratory, 3 main ingredients were found in its composition in the blood. Which one of the following 4 substances was not found in the statue's tears? A, beef grease, B, pork grease, C, cooking oil, or D, goat's blood? Which of these was not found in this blood that came from the Virgin Mary statue? And you have 5 seconds to think about that. Time is up. Mona, which of these ingredients was not in the tears?
I said D, goat's blood.
You don't think goat's blood was in the tears? Okay, Kathy?
I also said D, goat's blood.
Okay, and Heather?
A, beef grease.
All right, let's see how the Lovelace family voted. Brenda?
A, beef grease.
And Richard?
C.
Cooking oil. And
Cooking
Nancy?
oil.
I said C, cooking oil.
Let's find out right now which of these was not found in the statue's tears. The answer is D, goat's blood. Our continuing champions, therefore, are the Reeds. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations. This is Game 6, closer to that grand prize all the time. Let's find out from Nick what you've won. Nick, please.
It's the new Minolta Freedom 3, offering you automatic film advance and rewind, decision-free flash for best exposure with ultralight, compact design. Set yourself free with the new Minolta Freedom 3. And a selection of tools from Stanley Works of Canada. With high-quality tools, Stanley helps you do things right. Putting your toolkit together with the best means Stanley.
Thank you so much, and to our challengers, the Lovelace family, you gave our champions a terrific run for their money. In fact, you were in the lead for some of the game and close behind them all the time, except right to that last question. Terrific contribution to our show, and thanks very much for being with us. We have some nice runner-up prizes for you as well. And to our champions, the Reeds, this is Game 6, and we'll be playing for cash and a big bonus prize right after these messages. Thank you very much. It's time to play our bonus round. Champs, Game 6 for you, and let's find out what our bonus prize is today.
You could win the Hagen Pro 25 Aquarium Starter Kit with Stan. Provides a home for many brilliant tropical fish. Includes filter and other Hagen accessories for successful fish keeping. From Hagen.
Okay, here is our first bonus question. As you know, it's worth $50 and the right to go on to that biggie. Here it is. An isobar is a line drawn on a chart or map which connects areas that are equal in which one of the following ways? In temperature, equal in air pressure, in altitude, or in latitude. And $50, we start with Mona.
Temperature.
That is incorrect. Over to Kathy.
Air pressure?
That is correct, $50. Good start. Okay, good beginning to our bonus round. Here's the second bonus question. Again, it's worth $50. Which one of the following great inventor is quoted as saying those immortal words, quote, "History is bunk"? Was that Ben Franklin, Henry Ford, James Watt, Orville Wright, or Thomas Edison? He said, "History is bunk." And for $50, we start with Kathy once again.
Thomas Edison?
That is incorrect. Over to Heather.
Henry Ford.
Henry Ford is correct. $50. Yeah, he said that apparently in 1919. He's a man of strongly held opinions and was given to saying these rather outrageous things. Okay, good beginning to our bonus round. You've reached the final plateau. This is for the bonus prize itself. This time it'll be a little harder. There'll be 6 answers up here, as you know by now. Practically work here on the show. Here's the last question. Hygeia was a goddess in Greek mythology. According to legend, what was she the first of the goddesses to do, Hygeia? The first to fly? The first to cure disease? The first to make fire? The first to drink wine? The first to steal and lie? Or the first to fall in love? Hygeia, the first goddess to do one of these things. And for the bonus prize, we start with Heather.
Fly.
That is incorrect, Heather, and we're over to Mona.
Probably the first to fall in love.
Nope, she wasn't. She was not, as a matter of fact. Kathy, it's up to you.
Cure disease?
That is correct for the bonus prize. Congratulations. Wow. No kidding. This is terrific. This is game 6 for you. You're one game away from a grand prize. You've won, I think, 4 bonus prizes out of the 6, if I'm not mistaken,
yes.
and vast amounts of money and prizes, and you've got everything going, and you should go straight for that,
It would
that
be
grand
nice.
prize. And congratulations on another terrific day.
Thank you.
You're up against some tough opposition today, and you still pulled it through in the end like true champs. You must be feeling kind of familiar with the show by now.
Yes.
You've been here for so long. Been here almost as long as I have. Congratulations once again to you and our studio audience. You've been bricks, and thank you very much. And to you at home, hope to see you next time on Guess What? Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration from Elja Marine, products that are made from a mixture of organic extracts to cleanse and moisturize skin while leaving a fresh scent in all products. All from Elja Marine. And Mighty Drop. Now you can eliminate unpleasant odors in seconds. Mighty Drop, the quick, easy way to deodorize and freshen your home in drop or concentrated spray. Mighty Drop. And Happy Nails. Non-smear Happy Nails instantly removes nail polish while it conditions nails and cuticles with protein, lanolin, and glycerin. Happy Nails. This is Nick Hollenrake speaking for Guess What? A Glen Warren production.